Hey guys, today we're going to look at the next lineup of M4s. They have more features and are a bit higher in price. For simplicity's sake, we'll call them Pro lines. We're going to look at the King Arms, CYMA, ICS, and KWA. The CYMA M4 is a licensed Colt M4 wrist. Comes with a 7-inch wrist and a crane stock, so it is wired to the rear. It has a metal gearbox, metal bushings, 8mm bearings. The FPS ranges from 360 to 400 feet per second. It is a full metal exterior with an excellent weight. It weighs in at 7 pounds, 14 ounces, so it is very close to the real thing. The orange tip is plastic, so it can be removed and tricked out really easily. The barrel is actually a 6.03 tight bore barrel. The one thing we found on this gun, the bolt catch does like to break off fairly easily. It is only cosmetic, but that does matter to some people. Internally, you have a plastic stock piston head, and cylinder head. The gears and shell are good quality. You do get tons of that toothpaste green Chinese grease in there, so you'll probably want to scoop a bunch of that out. However, we have been able to successfully upgrade these guns to 480 feet per second on those stock gears and stock shell without any problem. If you are looking to go much higher than that, though, a Lonex drop-in is more financially feasible. The ICS M4 line is one of the most unique M4s due to the fact that it has a split gearbox, which makes it very easy for a quick spring swap out and easy for repairs. You can also get a separate upper receiver for your CQB gun and your field gun, so it's like having two guns in one. It does have metal bushings, 8mm bearings. The FPS out of the box is as high as 350 feet per second, but as we said, with that easy spring swap, you can get that higher. It does not come with a battery or charger. Most ICS guns do not. Internally, as we said, it is very unique. Some points of note, the wiring contact points can be weak, so they sometimes need to be resoldered after a short period of time. You do have your stock internals, which include a stock plastic piston head, and cylinder head, whereas most stock parts work just fine. The piston on this needs to be replaced more often than most, but I would go with an ICS palm piston, which is nearly indestructible. You will find some compatibility issues. The hop-up and obviously the upper and lower shells are different from anything else you'll find. That being said, ICS parts are also very accessible, so it's less of an issue. I love the detail ICS puts into their guns. You can really see that in the forward assist, how it acts as a spring release. In most guns, you have to make sure your spring is fully extended, otherwise you can leave it compressed and lose power. When you hit the forward assist, it releases your spring and cycles it. King Arms M4 is one of our most popular M4 models. The Pro line has a metal body with stamped Colt trades on it. It has a metal gearbox, metal bushings, 8mm bearings. FPS ranges from 370 to 400 feet per second. This model does not come with a battery or charger, so that's one thing to consider in cost. It does have a 6.04mm tight bore barrel, and just like the nylon fiber version, it has handle accessible anti-reversal latch, so unlocking this gearbox is very easy. On this one, unlike the nylon fiber, it does have a functioning bolt catch which locks back the dust cover. Kind of cool. Internally, we have a stock plastic piston head, and cylinder head. The gears and gearbox shell are excellent quality, the shell being even a bit more reinforced than most in this price range. But you still have the weak motor that comes in most King Arms. The KWA CQR is the latest M4 rolled out by KWA. It is their less expensive model. It does feature a metal upper receiver, but a composite lower receiver. It has stamped KWA trades, and the feel of it is meh. But it does come with its legendary G2X gearbox. It has 8mm bearings, metal bushings. It's CQB ready, it's geared for that. It comes in at around 315 to 330 feet per second, so it is legal in most CQB fields. But we've also successfully upgraded this gun to over 500 feet per second in our Overwatch series because, again, it is the G2X gearbox. There is no battery included, however it does come with a very nice KWA mid-capacity magazine that is polymer. This gun is LiPo ready. It is the LiPo ready standard by which all other guns are judged, meaning that it can take an 11.1 volt LiPo. They engineer it for that very purpose. Now with that 11.1 volt LiPo, you're going to get between 20 and 25 rounds per second. that will be a white BB laser of death to your friends. Internally, you have, again, like I said, the legendary G2X gearbox. The way they get the FPS down is they put a giant port in the cylinder and use only about an M100 spring. You change those two components out and you have essentially your standard Pro line KWA M4. There are a few compatibility issues. You do have to use a KWA hop-up unit and cylinder head. And magazines are often an issue with KWAs. However, with the addition of a polymer lower receiver, this gun appears to take most brand mags.